Well, good morning, world. It is 10:55 a.m. here in Southwest Florida in my kitchen. And I am going to make a brand new recipe this morning for my lunch this afternoon. I'm taking the mom, dad in the nursing home, mom at her condo. We eat together. And this gives her some stuff to have throughout the week, or, a few days anyway. So I'm going to brown a pound of hamburger. That's ground chuck, which I always use ground chuck if I say hamburger, because I like these. It's not overly fat, but it has enough that it still gives it a lot of flavor. So there's that. Let me wash my hands real quick. So this is beef stroganoff. It is one that does not use a can of cream of mushroom soup. This is a recipe I just saw online. So I'm going to chop up all this hamburger. So basically what you want to start out doing here is browning your hamburger, and then you're going to add some salt and pepper to this. And the guy who did this online, he doesn't measure it, so just add whatever you think is salt and pepper. I'm just chopping this up. And then he adds salt and pepper again as well, so it's not actually the only salt and pepper you'll be adding. So let's do a little bit of this pepper. So just add whatever you want. There's that. Add a little salt, and we're just going to brown this meat. Okay. I got a little piece that escaped over here. I'm going to chop this up a little more. So I like this chopper because it does it like 4 directions at once. So I got this at Bed Bath & Beyond, and I just noticed the other day, because I have to drive by that on the way to work. Well, if I go that way. But it's just down from where I work. And I drove by there the other day going to there's a Dollar Tree and Target and stuff's over there. That Bed Bath & Beyond is closed. And the original one that we had, that was out by the Bell Tower, which is a little mall, that one has been closed too. So, I don't know if we even have a Bed Bath & Beyond anymore. It's quite interesting. Like, oh, right then. I guess they're struggling. Oh, or gone. Okay, so it tells you to do this actually in a cast iron skillet, but I think it needs a little bit bigger than the one I have, and I'm concerned that it's going to, I'm going to put a lid on so it cooks a little faster. I'm concerned it will be too much volume for the size cast iron skillet I have. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to do this in a regular pot, and this will be easier for me to transport anyway. Let me get out my tray so I don't forget. Just getting this ready for later. Okay, so while that's doing, I'm going to get ready my spices. So let me let's see where you can see here. There, you can see that. Okay, so it tells you to use a tablespoon of minced garlic, and I don't usually put garlic in things because my dad doesn't like garlic a lot, so I use like garlic powder or garlic pepper. I use this garlic pepper, which we have to have pepper anyway, and that's actually really good. This is McCormick that makes that. It's gotten to be a little hard to find, but it's really good. So I'm going to do 1.5 teaspoons of dried parsley. So these are the spices that go in there. So while that's browning, we're just going to measure this stuff out. Okay, 1.5 teaspoons of dried parsley. So there's one, there's a half, 1 teaspoon, 1.5 teaspoons. All right, there we go. The dried parsley. Then we're going to have a teaspoon of paprika. Going to give it a lot of color. Teaspoon of paprika, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, now my onion powder is relatively new, but I have noticed that onion powder is really susceptible to dampness, to humidity. And I usually have to like scrape it because it gets, there we go, it gets damp. Maybe I should put a little, I don't know, mesh bag of rice or something in there. Something to keep that from getting so damp. That's what I do with salt. Put a little bit of rice in there, but I need some way to filter the rice out of this. Okay, so let's see. Then you're going to do a teaspoon of pepper. So I'm going to do a teaspoon of this garlic pepper. And then I'm going to add a little bit more actual pepper. Just pepper, so let's do that. Just so I have a little more pepper in it. And I'm not measuring this, but I don't know, what, a quarter teaspoon more. Or so. Okay, so there's that. So then we're going to add a half a teaspoon of salt. So there's all the grains of rice. I don't know, I may need more salt than that. We'll see. We'll taste it at the end, see if we need more salt. Okay, so that's what we have now of our spices. I was thinking about, too, if I should add, although they don't say to do this, but maybe I should add a little bit of, like, cayenne pepper. If I can find it. Oh, find that. I have everything falling over here. Oh, and I can't pick it up. There we go. Okay, I need you to get out of the way. Where do I have the cayenne pepper? That's a good question. Well, if I have it, I can find it. I know I had some. Okay, let's use the hot shot. That's got cayenne pepper and black pepper in it. Okay, let me find that. So, let's do like a quarter teaspoon of that. Let's give it a little spice, barely. Let me check my, let me get this right here. Let's check what our meat's doing here. Pretty well. Let's see if it's done. It's just about done. Okay. Okay, let me read my directions here real quick so I know what I'm doing. Turn that down. I have that about medium-high. Now I'm turning it down to medium. Okay, so what we're going to do next is we're going to add all these spices, including, okay, I've got the garlic in there, all right. I'm going to add a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce and a tablespoon of Dijon mustard. Okay. Let me get this open as well, so I've got all this stuff over here ready. We're done with the spices here. All kinds of interesting things in here. Alright, we'll get that open and this open. Okay, there we go. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do here though is I'm going to drain this meat. Because I do not want the grease in it. I'm rinsing off my little meat chopper thing here. Pieces off of it, and I'll put it in my dishwasher. Okay. Alright, so I have a little can here in my sink that I'm going to strain off this grease. There we go. Does seem to have quite a bit of grease. Ooh, that's a lot. Take all that off. I don't want all that grease. I'm surprised, actually, this recipe doesn't tell you to put onion in it, but if you want onion, you probably could just put it in. They also said if you wanted to add, like the person who made it said they added little peas to it, or you could probably add little peas and carrots. Good morning. Which I'm not going to do. I am going to have some peas, but they're just going to be separate. Okay, so now I'm going to add my spices here. So I'm going to sprinkle all these in. Ooh, I think that's going to make that taste good. It smells really good. All right, let's try not to slosh it out of this deep pan. I'm managing to do it. Let's stir that around a little bit. Let them kind of, if you let the spices heat a little bit, it brings out the flavor better. And kind of just like heat them for a minute. Okay, put that in there. Then we're going to add our tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. If you don't know how to say it, it's Worcestershire. Worcestershire. Okay, there's that. Then you're going to also add a tablespoon. Let me stir that for a minute. It's going to add a lot of flavor. There's also a, I think it's McCormick. There's a Worcestershire flavored black pepper too, though. I even have some of that if you wanted to use that. Then you're going to add a tablespoon of Dijon mustard. I actually had to buy this Dijon mustard. I didn't even have any. I don't use it much. Okay, there's that. Then you're going to add 4 cups of beef broth to this. So this is a one-pot meal, and you don't even have to bake this. So how easy is that? Oh, that mustard makes it smell really good. I'm not that crazy about mustard, but I like it in recipes. Okay, so we have 4 cups of beef broth, this is beef stock. And this is, like one of these is 4 cups. So let me pour that in. Turn it up on high to bring this to a boil. Okay. Then we're going to, let's see, you're going to add 2 cups of heavy whipping cream, which is a pint. I almost couldn't find heavy whipping cream at the store, which was a little bit like, oh no, what am I going to do? I've got to have it for my recipe. Okay, so we're going to do 2 cups of heavy whipping cream. This is a little bit rich. Okay, there's that. Then we bring this to a boil. It says bring it to a boil over medium heat. Then you're going to add 12 ounces of egg noodles. So I have that over here ready to go. See, this is why I'm hoping this pan's big enough. I'm wondering if I should get the bigger pan. I'm a little concerned I'm going to run out of, that I'm going to slosh it over. Alright, let's transfer to a bigger pan. This will be the first time I've made it, so I'm guessing here. But I have a feeling this is going to be a big sloshy mess once I add the noodles. So yeah, let's do this. Let's do it. Okay, use a big pot, okay? Big pot or really large skillet. Even that one wasn't big enough. Here we go. This one's probably too big, but I'd rather have too big than make a mess. Okay, then once you add, as soon as we boil here, once you add your noodles, you're going to cook it on, you're going to, have it at a boil. You're going to cook it, you're going to simmer it until the noodles are soft. It says about 5 minutes. Let's see what it says about how long it takes to cook noodles. This says boil 7 to 8 minutes, so these noodles do. But you're going to be cooking it in this mixture right here. So let me put on the lid here. Let me see does this lid fit on this pan? Oh, it does. Look at that. I love the lid with the glass so I can see what it's doing. Okay, so then we're going to add after we get the noodles soft, we're going to add 8 ounces of cream cheese and a half a cup of sour cream. So let me get the, I got the cream cheese out. Let me get the sour cream measured into half a cup. Then I'll be ready with that. Get my half a cup measure out. Is it this one? Yeah. No, that's a 3/4 cup. Is that? Oh, there's my half a cup. Spoon ready. How are we doing in here? Just want to keep stirring this. I don't want it to stick. Because I have this on high. It tells you to bring it to a boil on medium. But, you know, I don't want to be here all day. I really don't. So, we kind of have it on high. I kind of have a tendency to do that. Okay, come on. You know, I wonder if I could have made just half this amount. Well, we'll have a lot of it. We'll have leftovers. Oh, let me put away some of my stuff here. Let's put my salt over there. Put my spices away. Got them here. Okay. I'll have everything put up. Okay, there we go. No, that didn't take long. Let's put our mustard and our Worcestershire sauce up. I've got the cleanest refrigerator in town now. So I just took everything out and scrubbed the whole refrigerator. Oh, looks like a brand new refrigerator. I absolutely hate that job though. So exhausting. But boy, does it feel great when I open that refrigerator door. It looks so good. Okay, come on baby, let's boil. If I keep checking, it's going to take longer. Alright, let's go ahead and get our sour cream right here. I'm stirring the sour cream to get that liquid that usually is at the top. You know, stir it back in. I learned you don't want to just pour it off, because if you do, then you end up with dry sour cream at the end of the container. So don't do that. Stir it back in. Then you have kind of just, yeah, dried out. We're almost there. So we're going to get half a cup in here. So close to boiling here. So close. Now he didn't show boiling it covered. I guess it doesn't matter if you want to cover it or not. There we go. That'll be ready. That will be ready when the other is ready. Let's see what we're doing here. Oh yeah. Oh, calm down. Calm down. Alright, let's put in our 12 ounces of noodles. That'll calm it down. You gotta watch this carefully with this cream in here. You can go a little crazy on it. Thank goodness I put it in a bigger pan. Okay, that's 12 ounces. Now that's actually a 16-ounce package. I had to pour 4 ounces of it off. Okay, so here's 12 ounces. We're going to bring this back to a boil. It really pretty much is boiling, okay, because those were not cold, so. Alrighty. I'm going to go ahead and set it for 7 minutes because I think it's probably going to take that long. So let me get my spoon here. So all we have left now is the 8 ounces of cream cheese and the half cup of sour cream, and that's it. So this is a really quick, easy meal. And like I said, all you need is a vegetable or something with this. Salad, vegetable, whatever you want. And pretty good. Pretty good to go. Alright, so let's do, let me show you the pie that I made yesterday. I gotta put the whipped cream on it. This is the creamy chocolate pie. We're definitely having cream stuff today. Look at that. I took a little taste of it after it chilled. The filling is so good. Nice, firm filling though. It's not like real mushy or anything. Alright, now, let's see. I want to put these noodles, these dry noodles, back in this bag. The 4 ounces that I took out. So, I got 4 ounces of noodles to do something with. Let me turn this down a little bit. And we have got 6 minutes to go. That's done. Alright, there we go. Noodles. Back in the bag. Now I've got to do something with this bag to keep these noodles from. I'm going to turn it down again. Keep these noodles from. There's my cream cheese. Ready to go. I don't want this to spill out. I'll just put a piece of tape on it. It's really fun to put this in your pantry and then have it spill on the floor of your pantry. And then you've got to move a bunch of stuff to clean it. Alright, there we go. Hopefully that'll work. So how much we got? We're at 5 minutes. Smells really, really good. Those spices in there, I really think are gonna make it taste so good. Smells good. Okay, putting up a couple of things. I got all my Christmas dishes out, ready to put them away. Time to quit using my Christmas dishes. I love my Christmas dishes. Just stirring this a little bit, see how it's doing. Doing well. And I miss my Christmas dishes. I don't know. I'm trying to figure, do I want to try to put this back into the smaller pan to transport it? I don't know if that's a good idea. Maybe I should just leave some of it here. Four minutes. So here we have sour cream. Cream cheese. Just waiting for the noodles to be done. Usually I would just quit, in the video, but it's not that terribly long. If you're watching the replay, you could just fast forward it. Fast forward 7 minutes ahead. Let me get this right here. Oh, I'm so glad I still have tomorrow off. So happy about that. Only have to go back for 4 days this week. It's so great. Still just simmering here. 3 minutes to go. Now he said cook it about 5 minutes until it's tender, but I don't know what brand he was using of noodles. So I would think go by what the noodles, go by what they say. But I can try one. Let's just see what it's like. This is the 5 minute mark right here. Let's try one after it cools. If I can get it up out of here. Well, they're rolling really well. Now let's let it sit there a minute. See if we can get it to cool down. I also need to see how salty this is. Well, I'll probably have to wait till after I add the cream cheese and the sour cream. Alright, let's see what this tastes like. Oh yeah, it's still a little tough. Definitely not done. There. Keep on cooking, Mr. Noodles. Definitely need to keep cooking. That says 1 minute to go. This may need the extra. It said 7 to 8 minutes. This may need 8. In fact, I think I'm going to put the lid on. See if that will help. Do it just a little bit more. Yeah, 5 minutes with that brand of noodles. That's just the Publix brand. Definitely not enough. I do not like undercooked noodles. Some people are okay. I would prefer overcooked noodles. The whole thing about, oh, they must be al dente. I don't really like al dente. I like al softe. I like soft noodles. To me, I don't care if they're overcooked. I like them overcooked. Okay, let's go ahead and do 1 more minute. Do it the full 8 minutes, and then we'll taste one again. Not definitely. Ooh, definitely was not done. So this is the first Sunday meal of the new year. So happy New Year to you. I hope you will have a blessed new year this year. May we have a new year with abundance and peace. May God supply all of our needs according to his riches and glory by Christ Jesus. In spite of what is happening, may God be our provision. He is not subject to governments and economies. He can supply what we need no matter what. Okay, this looks softer now. It looks puffier. So let me pull one out and taste it again. I'm going to put it over here. I am going to put this lid back on and let it sit there for a minute. Time it just in case it needs another minute. Not bad. Still wouldn't hurt me. Yeah. Let's do 2 more minutes. I don't know if it's because I'm cooking it uncovered or cooking it in the cream or what, but it's not very soft. So then we're going to, let me go ahead and take this here. Let's do this. I'm going to go ahead and kind of, now this cream cheese I put in the microwave for a few seconds. So it's not super cold. It's kind of room temperature now. I'm going to kind of chop it up a little bit, because I want it to kind of melt quickly. What time is it? Alright, getting close here. I want to go ahead and go do my makeup so I can leave. I don't want to leave too late today. Trying to get there a little earlier. Okay, so then we have that sort of chopped up. That'll work. 1 minute, and we're going to test it again. And there's no more, once you do this, you don't have to time it. It's done, so. Once you add in the cream cheese and the sour cream, it's done. We've got about 30 seconds. I'm going to test it again. Come on, be done this time. Maybe I should have boiled the noodles separately and added them in. It would probably have been faster, but then I think it would, maybe would it absorb the flavor better this way though? Maybe I should have cooked the noodles in the broth alone and then added the noodles in the broth. And then you wouldn't have to, well, it's boiling to town here. Then you wouldn't have to wait for the noodles to cook later. And it would still absorb flavor because it would absorb the flavor from the broth. Maybe that's a good idea. That's not a very big piece. I want a bigger piece, so I get the full thing of what I got here. Okay, let's go ahead. Let it cool for a minute. Surely it must be done by now. Well, this is like 11 minutes I'm at. Yeah, that's done enough now. Alright. Let's add in 8 ounces of cream cheese. I think it needs more salt. It's not very salty at all. Didn't think half a teaspoon of salt was very much. Of course, this, you know, the beef broth that you have in here, it has salt in it, but it's not enough. It's never enough. Alright, so let's try to get it all off this spoon. And then let's stir it until this melts in here. I still have it turned on medium, just to try to get this. Sure it's done. Keep it hot. There we go. Forgot to turn my camera back. Got a little bit here to melt. This sour cream is probably a little cool. I'm trying to get this cream cheese melted before I add the sour cream. Then we'll see what this is like. Well, I'm moving it across this burner, and I don't want to do that. Let's see what it is like once we've added this. Oh, it sure wants to move. Pan, quit moving. Okay, so there's that. Now let's put in the sour cream. Half a cup of sour cream, 8 ounces of cream cheese. Are you able to find cream cheese in the store? No, there's this big to-do about this cream cheese shortage. They only let you buy 2 at a time, so you just keep going back till you get as many as you want. Trying to get it off the spoon. There we go. Which is what I did. Okay, let's get some more. Okay, let's get some more. I have cream cheese now. I think I have 3 or 4 of them still in there. That's okay, I'll use it. They're good for a few months. Alright, now we shall test what our, turning that way down. Let's see what this tastes like now. And do we need to add more salt? Still not a very big noodle. I'm trying to get a big piece. Big enough to, this is a little spoon though. It's fighting me. There. That's hopefully enough. Try not to burn myself though. Okay, here we go. I'm hot. Well, that's pretty good. That was hot. It's pretty salty. It doesn't need much salt. I would have thought it would have needed more, but it actually does not. Just a little. Maybe another half a teaspoon for that whole pan. So, the noodles themselves didn't absorb much salt, but the sauce does. Okay, there we go. So you don't need, I just thought it was going to need a lot more salt, but no, it barely needs any more. Okay, I'm going to turn it off now because we are done. It's pretty good. Pretty tasty. Look at that. Beef stroganoff, no cream of mushroom soup, no mushrooms at all. Now if you love mushrooms, I would just add mushrooms to it. Forget that cream of mushroom soup. Add some mushrooms to this if you want mushrooms. I'm going to try another bite since I added salt. But that is going to have to sit and cool for a minute because that was hot. I'm going to set it down here. And we're put on our lid. We've got the burner turned off. Turn off the fan. And I am done cooking. So I hope that you enjoyed this and that you will try this yourself. So really, excuse me, let me get a drink of water. Goodness. Because I just can't get up in the morning without choking. It's just post-nasal drip. So, it's like all this. It's always like this. So, this took, from start to finish, less than half an hour. So, like maybe 20 minutes. Because I think it was close to 11 when I started. So, 20, 25 minutes. I don't know. Mostly you just sit and waiting for the noodles to boil. And if you wanted to pre-cook those in the broth, that might not be a bad idea. But either way, it's a really quick meal, and you don't have to bake it. So there we go. Let's take a bite here of this. Yeah, it's good. Yum. Meat. Oh, yeah. Really good. All right. Very yummy, very easy. Thank you, TikTok. So tasty. Oh, and that little bit of spicy pepper I put in there. Oh, I just got that taste. Barely there. Really good. And the cream kind of cuts the spicy, but you can leave that out, or you might want to add more in. And you might, if you're a garlic person, use the actual tablespoon of chopped garlic if you want a lot of garlic. This barely, just has a little bit there. So I'm going to go do my makeup. So I'll see you again soon. Bye.